I'm Patu from freefincal. Has the government missed a trick in proposing the new tax regime in the budget 2020? We'll talk about that. Before we do that, a shout out to the new posts at freefincal. I talked about the new sovereign gold bond series. This is just a bulletin post. I've not mailed it out to people. You can have a look whether you should buy or not, pros and cons, and then whether you should choose the new tax. If you choose the new tax regime, can you switch back to the old regime? The answer is, if you are a salaried person, then if you're filing ITR 1 or ITR 2, then the choice for either choosing the new tax slab or the old tax slab will be given to you every financial year. If you have business income, then either you continue in the old tax regime for as long as you like, or if you switch to the new tax regime, then you can switch back out only once. That is, you can go back to the old only once. And then once you go back out to the old, that is, you have business income, you have gone from old to new, then you have only one chance to go back to the old. After that, as long as you have business income, you can never come back again into the new. But for salaried people, I hope that's not confusing. Please have a look at the post. For salaried people, the choice will be given every financial year. All right. So what is this I'm talking about? So the government said there are two tax regimes and it's optional. I had conducted two polls, one in Twitter, 1,850 votes as of now. You can still vote. There are a few more days left. I have run it for a week. So 83% want the old tax slab. They're not going to switch to the new tax slab. A mere 17% want to shift to the new tax slab. In Facebook group Asana Days of Wealth as well, I conducted a same poll. I think about 750 to 800 votes, somewhere around that number should have come in. Again, something very similar, if not a little more stronger for the old tax slab. And that just means that the people who are earning and tax paying as of now in this financial year, most of them are unlikely to shift to the new tax slab for whatever reasons. I mean, I am also not going to shift to the new tax slab. I will save more tax in the old tax slab, and as long as the old tax slab is given to me as an option, I will choose it. So the question I'm asking in the title is, has the government missed a trick? I think they should have said people who are 18 years of age as on April 1st, 2020, when they start earning or when they become taxpayers, they will have to mandatorily choose the new tax slab and they will not get the option. If they did that, then the huge youth population, huge demographic that we have in the country would be gradually moving into the new tax slab. They would never have an option. If they won't have an option, they will not know any better or worse. And that would essentially usher in a very nice gradual way a new tax system in India without any deductions, a very simple system, and that would be easy for the government to also implement something like inflation adjusted tax slabs and so on, because there are no other deductions to worry about. It would bring down the fiscal deficit, it would bring down interest rates, it would help the economy overall. Because more money in the hands of the taxpayer, and there is no need for the taxpayer to buy bad products. They will not be buying ELSs, they will not be buying ULIPs, they will not lock up their money in EPF or VPF or whatever, too much money in there, and have a very skewed asset allocation. They can actually do much better money management in the new tax slab, and that's, I think, has the trick that the government has missed. I hope they put that in the next budget. But I think for existing taxpayers, I think the new tax slab is going to be, the government, the new tax slab is going to be a failure. I think most of them will not choose the new tax slab. That's what these numbers indicate. You may argue they are not representative, but I think if you are a little bit practical, I think we know that they are representative. Okay, bye-bye.